Hello everyone, welcome to the Packet Tracer Activity 10.2.1 from CCNP ENCOR course from Cisco. This activity is about configuring and testing OSPF version 3. When you see version 3, you have to know that you are going to deal with IB version 6. So OSPF version 3 is for IB version 6, OSPF version 2 for IB version 4. Okay, the concept is the same. You need to configure, of course, you need to configure the OSPF process ID. You need to give a router ID for each router in the OSPF. And then the main difference here that you will advertise a network inside the interface itself. Okay, so let's see what does that mean in with Packet Tracer. So before we are going to start, let's see the scenario. As you can see here in this activity, we will configure multi-area OSPF version 3. The network is already connected and interfaces are configured with IB version 6 addressing. Your job is to enable multi-area OSPF version 3, verify connectivity, and examine the operations of multi-area OSPF version 3. Okay, so one more time again, OSPF version 3 means IB version 6. You have already knew that IB version 6 is not enabled by default on the routers. So you need to enable the IB version 6 in the router at the first step. So as you can see here in part 1, we need to enable IB version 6. Since we are going to deal with IB version 6 in the router for the first time, we need to enable IB version 6. So how to enable this? Of course, we need to type the command in the global configuration mode, enable or IB version 6 unicast routing. Here, with this step, we enabled IB version 6 in the router. Okay, so what else? Configure OSPF version 3 on RI with the process ID 1 and router ID 111. Okay, of course, now we are going to type IB version 6 OSPF router OSPF. And as you can see here, OSPF process 1 could not pick a router ID. Please give a router ID. Okay, so router ID is 1111. It's given in the tutorial. Okay, now we are going to advertise each directly connected network with OSPF. So here we need to distinguish or to realize the difference between IB version 4 and IB version 6. If you remember here with IB version 4 or IB version 6 OSPF version 2, IB version 4, we just typed here network. Here with IB version 6 it doesn't work. We need to enable or advertise the interface itself. So what does that mean? So we are here with R1, and as you can see here we have serial 000 with this IB version 6. We have also gigabit Ethernet 00 with this IB version 6, and we have also gigabit Ethernet 01 with this network. So to do this, we need first to enter the interface itself at the beginning. So here interface gigabit Ethernet 00, which is this one, and we are going to advertise this network here. Okay, so to do this, we first type IB version 6 OSPF, and here we give an area, and the area here is 1. So we don't need here to type the IB version 6 address. we are only going to the interface, and we will mention that this interface is participating, or it's a part, or it is taking a role in the OSPF process. Okay, more or less it's much easier than typing network and then give network address calculating the wildcard. Here we don't need to do this. So what we need to keep in our mind, the first one, we are going to enable the router for IB version 6 because it's not enabled by default. And then we need to give OSPF process ID. We give router ID. And finally, we need to go to the interface, and then we assign or declare that this interface is participating with OSPF version 3. Of course, we need to give the OSPF ID, and we need to give the area number. Okay, so let's do this with Gigabit Ethernet 01. And then we are going to say the same IB version 6 with area 1. Again, we are going to do this with the serial, which is serial 000. Again, we are just going to say that this is IB version 6 OSPF area 1. Okay, so we have done with this. Oh, sorry, here we have area 0, not 1. So simply we can say no, and then we give 0 here, and then okay, now you can see my completion. Right, so let's do the same with the second one here, which is this router. Let's close this, and this router is going to be RP probably. Yes, it's RP. Let's check the name again. Yes, it's RP here, as you can see. And here again, configure terminal. Then this is the first time I'm dealing with this router. So with IB version 6, I'm going to enable IB version 6 in this router. IB version 6 unicast routing. Okay, I've done. It's now enabled for IB version 6. Now we need to give IB version 6, of course, the router OSPF 1. This is the process ID, and of course router ID is going to be here 4 times. Okay, I enabled the router ID also, and now let's check here what we have here. We have here this interface, we have this interface, we have this interface. So we need to enable them. All of them are in area 0, as you can see here, or let's check the table. So we have Gigabit Ethernet 00, serial 000, serial 001. Okay, so interface 00, IP version 6, OSPF 1, area 0, S000, again 1. Okay, so we have done with this also. Let's repeat the same process with RC, or the same steps. Enable, configure terminal, enable IB version 6, IP version, now giving a process ID for the OSPF version 3. And now let's see what we have here. We have area 2 with these interfaces, and we have this interface in area 0. Okay, so here Gigabit Ethernet as 001. So interface 00 1, this IP version 6 for SPF1 with area 0, gigabit Ethernet 00, this with area 1, 01, this with area 1 as well. Okay, so we'll see we have problem. So the completion is 86. So let's check what is the problem. Or it's okay. Router C, we have area incorrect. We have area incorrect. We have also area incorrect. Okay, yes, it's correct because here we don't have area 1. We have area 2. That's right. So as you can see, IP version 6 OSPF area 1, but it is area 2. No problem. Let's go to the gigabit Ethernet 01. No, area 1. It's going to be areas 2. Okay, and also the same with gigabit Ethernet 00. First we have to give no, and then we have to give area 2. Okay, let's see the completion now. We still have 97. Let's check results again. Here we have router ID with RC. We did not configure this router ID. Yes, that's correct. Let's come here one more time. Then let's exit, and then we give router ID. Okay, let's one more time give IP version 6. And here we give router ID 3.3.3.3. Perfect. So now we have for completion 100. Okay, so what we can use to verify OSPF version 3 is the same like with IP version 4. We only need to type version 6. So instead of typing show IP OSPF, which is for IP version 4, we are going to type show IP version 6 OSPF, show IP version 6 route, and so on. So let's see the neighbors. Here we type end, and here we paste. And as you can see here, we have now we are in router 2, and we have this neighbor, and we have this neighbor, and this 21 neighbor is the hidden router here. Okay, that's all for this activity. It's about OSPF for IP version 6. Thank you very much, and see you next video.